Are you serious right now? You have not heard of ChatGPT? Which rock were you living under? No, seriously. Like, which one? Because at this point, you're way behind. But seriously, so ChatGPT is a AI tool that is changing the game in every industry. It's not just businesses, it's how you order your groceries, it's how you plan vacations. It literally can catapult every single action that you take, and I love it. But more importantly, I want to teach you how you can leverage this tool to skyrocket your business. Now, you're probably saying, Vanessa, how can it be so powerful? If I could show you a tool that can take your task that would normally take you hours to complete, and you can do it in about 5 seconds, what would you say? And the best part is ChatGPT is completely free. Now, there is a paid version, that's ChatGPT 4, but you don't need that for most things I'm going to talk to you about today. You can use the 3.5. The main difference with the 4 is the 4 allows you to integrate plugins that I love. But I will show you how to use those plugins in a later video. For this purpose, this is for beginners that just want to know, hey, what is ChatGPT? How can I use it in my notary business? So let's get into it. Okay, so you can get the ChatGPT by just going to openai.com. So I'm already here. I already have an account. It's really simple. Like I said, it's completely free to set it up. Now, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do with this tool that's absolutely amazing. The first thing you can do is you can actually write sales emails. So let's say you want to send an email to an attorney or a signing service or a title company or anyone. You can actually write a prompt, which is what I'm doing right now, writing a prompt for a ChatGPT. And you want to think of ChatGPT as if you're having a conversation with someone. So write a sales email for my mobile notary signing agent business to a potential title company. Highlight the benefits of using a mobile notary signing agent in bullet point format, okay? And include a funny joke at the end or a fun fact. So I usually will play with either doing a fact about notaries or a funny joke about the industry when I'm drafting these emails, just to kind of lighten the mood and make it engaging. And so once I hit submit, it's going to give me back basically an answer for what I asked. So with ChatGPT, you can ask it questions. You can also tell it to do things. It really just depends on what you're looking for. The other thing I want to highlight is that ChatGPT 3.5 only pulls information from 2021 and before. So if you wanted to get real-time information like what's currently happening on the web or in the world, you'd have to have ChatGPT 4. So just remember that. Also, whatever you ask ChatGPT, remember to fact check it, edit it, all that good stuff. Don't just take it for what it says. Now, the next prompt I put in is write it again and make it more conversational. So let's say it gave me the first prompt and it's like, it's kind of stuffy. Let's make it conversational. I can also say, let's make it funny. I can say whatever I want it to do. And I don't have to rewrite the whole prompt because it's all in this conversation queue. So as long as I stay in this chat, it will reference what we've already done. Now, if I start a new chat, I got to start over. So I can just say, hey, write it again and make it shorter. Thanks. And actually, if you put thank you, it will say, oh, you're welcome. And like, good luck with your notary business. It's actually pretty cool. So I just said, make it shorter. Now, another really cool feature that you can do with this is you can make sure, like you can write it in different ways. So you can have it target different audiences. So next thing you can do is you can have it write in different languages. So let's say you live in a high Spanish speaking community. You can take that answer it gave you and you say, hey, write this again, but write it in Spanish. Now, of course, you want to like double check it. Maybe if you don't speak Spanish, let's say you do speak Spanish, but it's not like you're not completely fluent. If you have a friend or a business coach or someone in your area that can just make sure that it actually comes out right and it sounds good, then you can take that and post it or send it to your potential clients. You can have them write it in French. You can have them write it in Hebrew. It really doesn't matter. I haven't seen a language yet that I plugged in that it wasn't able to produce. And so I think this is a game changer for people who want to be able to reach different markets. Primarily, you're seeing a lot of people who want to get into like the Spanish speaking market. And so they want to be able to have that marketing material to be able to reach that industry or that particular market. So first, it will write sales emails for you. It will write it any way you want it to. And second, you can actually use it to write it in different languages. So you don't have to speak that language, completely enough. So a lot of people can speak a language, they can't write in it. So it definitely helps you in that aspect. Now, the next thing that it can do, and I'm really big on this, I use this tool so much just for this, you can have it write blog posts for you. So you're probably thinking like, what do I need blog posts for? If you're in any of my trainings, you know that whenever it comes to ranking on Google, so search engine optimizations, I tell anyone with a website, you need a blog post. And you want to put out between 50 and 30 blog posts, SEO optimized blog posts a month, okay, to really get Google to know what you're doing. And so before I had ChatGPT, I would write blog posts and it would take me literally probably like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours just to get one blog post. Not anymore. So first thing I put was write a potential blog post for my mobile notary business, but write potential blog post topics, okay? Because a lot of us, we get stuck and we're like, oh, I can't think of what to write about. Don't worry, you don't have to anymore. It'll do it for you, okay? So it'll give you a bunch of blog post topics. You can take one that you like and you say, great, now write a complete blog post on this topic. And I love this feature because sometimes I do run out of ideas, whether that's for YouTube, for social media, for blog posts, and I can say, hey, give me like 10 creative blog post ideas. Give me 10, funny blog post ideas. Give me 10 out of the box blog post ideas. Give me and I can say 10 blog posts that people ages 20 to 25 would be interested in. I can get really specific, which is why when it comes to AI, you have to get really good at your prompts. So AI is great in that it does all the heavy lifting, but your job is to figure out how to give it prompts that are going to give you high quality results. And if you just do things like write a blog post on my notary business, it's not going to give you really detailed content. So you can actually get very, very specific. I mean, when I say anything you want, you can say write it from my perspective to this person's perspective as if we lived in the 1920s. You can literally make it do whatever you want. And so when it gives me my blog post, I take it, I edit it, of course, to make it my own voice. I never just take it right from ChatGPT and post it on my website because I need to add some of my own flavor to it, but it has all the nuts and bolts down. Now, let's say it writes it all for me and I don't really like it. I can say rewrite it or write it again, but focus on maybe it wrote a blog post about different services. I can say write again, but focus on e-notary or focus on the real estate market. It just really depends on how detailed you want to get. Like I said, you can also have it pull in facts and statistics for you, but you want to make sure you double check to make sure it's accurate what it's giving you. I also recommend not using it to pull laws. So definitely just make sure you're getting any laws from the government sites, not from ChatGPT, because it has been known to give the incorrect information. Okay, although you can do equations and problem solving and things like that in here, I would not pull laws for sure. Okay, now when you're asking it to create content for you, remember these things. Be really specific with your prompts, as specific as you can get, so that way you can make sure you're getting really tailored information for your brand. If you use ChatGPT 4, there are more tools that will help it tailor it more to your brand, but you don't have to. That's when you have to be really good with your prompt writing. You have to be super, super detailed with what you're going to do, with what you want it to tell you. Now, this is a really quick overview about how you can use ChatGPT. Also, when you create content, let's say you have a marketer or someone who's helping you create or post on social or your website, you can share what you make right with this section here, and you can just send it to them and they'll have the ideas that you have and they can create content. That was pretty simple enough, right? But it gets so much better than that. And if you want to learn how to use ChatGPT and other AI tools, definitely follow me on my channel, notarytonotary.com. And if you go to Notary to Notary and go to our ChatGPT ebook, it's going to give you over 2,000 prompts that you can use in your notary business, and really in any business. But specifically for this channel, it's all about notaries. I'm going to show you how you can use ChatGPT to learn, to automate, and to create in a click of a button. It is so simple. go to notarytonotary.com and download my ChatGPT ebook to get over 2,000 prompts that you can start using today to take your business from getting it done hours and days at a time to snap of a finger, okay? For more training and resources, definitely visit me online at notarytonotary.com. And until next time, happy signing.